guys, today I'm going to be sharing with you a day in my life as a stay-at-home wife and how I stay productive as a homemaker. So I'll give you some of my tips and tricks that I use to keep myself productive, and I hope you find these helpful.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Sorry if there's a little background noise. I have my washer and my dryer and my robot vacuum going, so hopefully you guys can hear me all right. But speaking of those housekeeping things, today I'm actually going to be walking you through a day in my life as a homemaker and just show you how I stay productive on a day-to-day basis. So the first thing I do, and I think this is probably the most important part to maintaining a productive schedule when you are at home, is I actually make myself a schedule. I like block out chunks of time for different tasks that I want to get done in a day, and I kind of try to follow a schedule. And that changes from day to day because I have different things going on every day, but I at least have like some goals of like before 8 a.m. I want to have accomplished this, but from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. I want to get this, and this done. And I kind of block out chunks of time for different tasks, different things I want to get done. And I feel like that helps me so much. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So I try to make a plan every day so that I can be as productive as possible. So I'll show you what I've got going on today. I typically just use the Notes app in my phone to kind of make myself a schedule. And so I'll just show you really quickly what I'm doing today so that you can kind of get an idea of how I block things out. So this is my schedule for today. I got up at 6 a.m. this morning and made coffee and breakfast for us, did kind of my morning chores, which I have a entire video on my daily morning checklist to keep my house clean. You saw some of those tasks this morning in the intro of this video, but I'll link that whole video up here in the card so you guys can watch it. And then today I'm gonna be working on some YouTube stuff. It's kind of a heavy YouTube day for me, so a lot of this is going to be around that. I know the YouTube chunk of time isn't necessarily applicable to everyone if you don't also have a YouTube channel, but maybe take some time to learn a new skill, practice a hobby, start a side hustle, work a little part-time job that you have fun doing, volunteer somewhere. Find a way to use a little chunk of your time productively in a way that's not directly related to homemaking. I think that sometimes you can almost lose yourself in that, and I think it's important to make sure that you still have some other hobbies, you still are like developing skills and things like that while you're homemaking. And maybe that means, learning to bake bread or learning to sew or stuff like that, whatever that may be for you. I think it's important to, continue to develop yourself and challenge yourself and try to learn new things while you are at home. I also blocked out a couple hours for groceries. I am going to order my groceries from Walmart pickup, which is a great productivity hack because it saves you so much time, but I still blocked out a couple hours so that I could meal plan, clean out my fridge, and then also make my grocery order. It probably won't take me 2 hours, but I can probably like eat lunch in this time, maybe get myself ready because I haven't really gotten ready for the day yet. So anytime I have extra time available in these blocks and I've already completed the tasks that I have for those blocks, that's just when I try to get some extra little bonus things done. And then I have what I'm calling my adulting window. I need to call my dad. We have a family reunion this weekend, so I just need to make arrangements and make sure that I have everything together and ready for that. I need to call my grandma because I haven't called my grandma in a long time, so I put it on my to-do list because I just want to make sure that I make it happen. I also put lunch in there, so maybe I'll eat lunch then. We'll just kind of see what happens. But just getting some basic adult stuff done, checking the mail, all that kind of stuff. So that'll be what I get done in that period of time. And then I blocked out another chunk of time for YouTube. I need to film another video, not just this one, and then take a thumbnail photo for both of those, both this video that you're watching right now and that video, which actually will be up before this one, so I'll put a card to it here in case you're interested. And then I blocked out a little bit of rest time today. And lastly, I have dinner, which includes dinner time and cleanup. And then I'll also do kind of my nightly cleaning checklist, which I will link up here in the cards for you. I'll do those things later that evening. I don't necessarily write that down because that's just a part of my daily routine that I do every single day. So I don't like have to remind myself to do it because it's just become habit for me at this point. But that is kind of how I keep myself productive in a day, is I block out chunks of time for different things that I want to get done. Just finished getting my video up and I'm a few minutes ahead of schedule, so I'm gonna take these few minutes and get some makeup on my face and kind of start getting myself ready. So anytime I have a little couple minutes in between my chunks of time, that's when I do some of those other little tasks that I don't actually like schedule, if that makes sense.
I try to do my makeup every day, at least partially, at least put a little of something on. It just makes me feel more put together. I feel so much more productive because I just don't feel like I'm a slob. So I like to get my makeup done and get dressed every single day just to feel like a real functioning human.
Makeup's done. I went ahead and made my grocery list for the week. I've made a video where I took you to the grocery store with me and I showed you like the whole process of how I meal plan and make my menu and everything like that. So I'll link that up here in the cards. And then I've also made an entire video where I explain how we save money on groceries and still eat healthy. So I will also link that one up here in the cards, and I'll also put those down in the description box for you too, so that you can reference those if you want to after you're finished watching this video. So now that I'm done with that, I'm going to clean out my refrigerator.
I clean out my fridge every week right before we get a fresh set of groceries. It just seems like the most practical time to do it because I have the fewest items in my fridge to take out before I can clean it, so it just makes the most sense. I feel like my fridge has to be cleaned every week. I don't know if it's just me, but ours just gets sticky and has weird crumbs and all the things. So I clean it every single week. And it's also a great opportunity to really make sure that I go through everything in my fridge and don't let anything go to waste, because sometimes produce or different things get shoved all the way to the back of your fridge and you end up wasting them because you don't even realize that they're there. So I use this opportunity to check up on my food and see if there's anything that we need to use up like today or tomorrow before it goes bad, because I hate wasting food. It is a waste of money and a waste of resources. So I try my best to make sure that we use everything and don't have to throw stuff out. I use my vinegar and water spray to clean my fridge. You guys know that is my favorite all-purpose cleaner. I especially think it's great for cleaning your fridge because I don't want any toxic chemicals in places where I'm going to be putting my food. So vinegar and water it is for my refrigerator.
Now that that's all out of the way, I'm gonna move on to some of my phone calls that I need to make. I need to schedule some appointments, call my dad and my grandma and all that kind of thing. So I'm gonna get that done. And while I do that, I'm going to curl my hair and get dressed and that kind of thing. Anytime you're on the phone, you can always be multitasking and doing something mindless. So I'm gonna be doing that. If I can find my phone, story of my life, I always lose my phone. Okay, just finished filming my video that went up on Friday, so you guys would have already seen it if you're subscribed and you have hit that bell notification so that you don't miss notifications from me. If you haven't done that, you should do that now. Anyway, it was a little bit heavier video, a little bit, yeah, I was sharing my story on being harassed at work. So I kind of knew going into this that it would be something that kind of like put me in a little bit of a funk afterwards. So I purposefully scheduled my next chunk of time to kind of be some me time. I'm gonna do some reading, and just chill out for a little bit. And that's like my advice for you is if you know you're gonna be doing something on a day that's gonna be like very draining for you, if you have to have like a difficult conversation or something like that, try to give yourself a little time to do something that brings you joy, something that helps you relax, whether that's like baking bread or reading a book or going and grabbing a coffee somewhere, whatever that is for you, do a little something that like kind of can lift your spirits and lift you out of that kind of yucky place or that like heavy place if you know that you might end up being in that position from whatever's going on in your life. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm gonna read a little bit, gonna kind of like, I don't know, maybe take my dogs for a walk or something like that, just to kind of get myself back into a happy headspace. Okay, it's dinner time, but Brian got home from work and informed me that he had a huge lunch and he's not hungry for dinner. So instead, I'm eating one of my lovely meal prepped meals. I've talked about this in a previous vlog, how I meal prep and all that, but that was like in a vlog. So if you guys want me to do like an actual proper sit down type video where I explain my process for meal prepping and how I meal prep without having to do like the giant Sunday meal prep that takes half your day and you have a billion dishes and all that, I don't do that. So if you want to hear my like method on how I meal prep in a like more condensed video format, comment down below and let me know because I can make that for you. It's about 6 o'clock. My husband and I have just kind of been chilling. This is normally the time where I would be making dinner, cleaning up from dinner, all that, but I actually got a break tonight, which is really nice. So I am going to actually do a little bit more editing. I don't usually do this much like YouTube videoing in a single day. I usually kind of spread it out, but I'm just kind of in the groove today. So I think I'm gonna edit the video that I just filmed a second ago. I'm gonna work on that a little bit just to get ahead on that since I have some extra time since I didn't have to make dinner. So I'm gonna work on that and then I'll do my kind of nightly cleaning checklist before bed. I just got some editing done and my camera battery is dying and I really don't want to wait for it to charge in order to film myself folding my laundry and loading my dishwasher. So I'm gonna end this video here. I have a whole video on my nightly cleaning checklist, so I will link that up here in the cards so you guys can watch it in case you're curious what I'm about to be doing right now to clean up my house and get it ready for tomorrow. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoy, click that subscribe button down below and hit the little bell notification, bell icon next to the subscribe button. That way you get notifications every time I post a new video, and hit the like button down below. That really helps me out, helps this video be seen by more people, and I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Taking me back to better days.